So for this exercise, you'll need a 2B pencil and a 4B pencil, nicely sharpened, and an eraser if you want to use it. And what we're going to do is we're going to practice creating figures, but using a very simple system, which is really for sort of warming up when you're doing life drawing. And I call it the Slinky system because it's based on those, if you're old enough to remember like me, those Slinky toys which were made of metal, and they used to be able to make them move down the stairs. I don't know if any of you remember those. You're probably all way too young. But anyway, that's what this is called, the Slinky method, and it's sometimes known as the coil mark making method or spring mark making method. Whatever you want to call it, this is what I call it. And this is what we're going to do today. So I've chosen an image which I think is fairly tricky to draw, which is of a fairly contorted person in a sort of balletic pose. And this is a very good example of the sort of pose that you can use the Slinky method for. So turning the paper portrait format, you're going to use the side of your pencil, a 2B pencil is fine for this, and you are going to rough in, using this Slinky method, the whole figure. Very nice, easy method to use, and it allows you to go up the body, over here. You can move around, and you're just roughing that in. Like that. And then you're going round there, and you're just swirling, or lots and lots of curls, really. And it's much easier than drawing a line. And you can draw the line in afterwards anyway. So there you are. It's one of the easiest methods in the world, I think. Once you've done that, you can always use your finger to rub it through like this to soften it. And then you can add a little bit more where you think you might need a bit more. And maybe shorten that a little bit because it's a bit long. Once you've got your slinky sort of method of all of these coils set in, you can actually start to do your drawing. And this is what helps to a really nice way to work, because it gives you your structure behind your line drawing, and you can start to get your drawing in. I think it's a really nice way to work if you're feeling nervous about drawing a figure. And this is good for a sort of warm up when you're drawing a figure, or you just want to do some practice runs, get yourself sort of a bit more comfortable with the drawing. Gives you that support you need. I mean, obviously, you don't always need to draw like this. It's just a way of starting off, making her arm a bit fat there. But it's a nice sort of method just to get you started. And the head here I can see is too small, but I can adjust that. And it just gives you that start. Sometimes with life drawing, that is all you need is a little bit of a start to get yourself going. So it's a very simple method. It's purely moving around the page using this sort of like coil or slinky method. And you can come down and go up and go across. And then once you've done that, you can smooth it over and then you can start to draw your line in. So it's quite a nice way to get quite a complex movement in a drawing very fast and just to give you some confidence while you're doing life drawing or while you're drawing from a picture of a person. And then, of course, at the very end, you can rub back these coil shapes and begin the inner part of the body with the shading and the detail that you want. And that's it. The Slinky method.